Mary sat at her desk scrolling through yet another list of job postings. It had become a daily routine. Apply, wait, get rejected, repeat. The waiting was the hardest part. She had always believed that patience and persistence would pay off. But now, at 38, she was beginning to wonder if she had waited too long. After years of rejection, Mary had finally managed to secure a position, though not one she had dreamed of. She was working as an assistant lecturer at a small private university, a job far below her expectations. The pay was modest, the workload heavy, and her students barely respected her. "Good morning, Doctor." Amuku, a student, greeted her one day with a smirk. "Sorry, but we thought a PhD holder would be teaching at a bigger school." Mary forced a smile, but inside she felt humiliated. She had spent years working toward this moment, yet here she was, underpaid, undervalued, and overlooked. At home, her parents had stopped asking about marriage. Instead, they had moved on to a different concern. "You should start thinking about children, Mary," her mother said one evening. "Mama, I'm not even married yet." "There are other ways, my dear. You can adopt, or even have a child on your own." Mary was stunned. Was this what her life had come to? Her parents, once so focused on her education, were now more concerned about her leaving behind a legacy. She couldn't blame them. They were getting older, and she knew they feared she would grow old alone. But Mary wasn't ready to give up hope, was she? It didn't take long before she matched with Kola, a 42-year-old businessman who seemed perfect on paper. He was educated, successful, and unlike many of the men she had met before, he was actually interested in settling down. Their first date was at an upscale restaurant in Victoria Island. Mary was nervous, but Kola put her at ease with his charm. "You're an amazing woman, Mary," he said, looking at her with admiration. "I don't understand why you're still single." She laughed, but deep down, the question stung. Kola was attentive, thoughtful, and showered her with affection. He sent her good morning texts, called her during lunch breaks, and always made time for her. For the first time in years, Mary felt desired. "This is what I've been waiting for," she told herself. But soon, the fairy tale began to crack. At first, it was small things. Kola would question her choices in a playful but condescending way. "Why do you still work so hard? A woman like you should be enjoying life, not stressing over a job." Mary dismissed it as his way of caring, but then his tone changed. "You're too independent, Mary. Let a man take care of you." She laughed it off, but the words lingered. One evening, after she mentioned a work-related trip she was excited about, Kola frowned. "You don't need to be traveling all over the place. You should be focusing on building a home, not running around for a job that doesn't even appreciate you." His words irritated her. "Kola, I've worked too hard to give up my career." "And what has it given you? You're almost 40 and still single." The words cut deep. She had heard them before, but never from someone she was dating. One evening, while scrolling through social media, she came across a post from one of her former classmates who had been in a toxic marriage. The woman had written about how she ignored the red flags early on because she was afraid of being alone. Mary froze. She wasn't in love with Kola. She was in love with the idea of him. She had waited so long for someone who fit her expectations that she had ignored the truth. She was forcing herself into a relationship that made her feel smaller, not bigger. That night, she called Kola and ended things. "You'll regret this, Mary," he said coldly.
But as she hung up, she felt a weight lift off her shoulders. She had made the right choice. Yet, as she lay in bed that night, the fear returned. What if this was her last chance at love? What if she had waited too long?